So today, since it's a weekend, weekend, di ba? Casual lang po ang ating usapan. So, pero a lot of the programs have been dealing with ano ang ini-expect natin for 2026. So, we'll go through the usual, what's in store for BBM, what's in store for VP Inday. We'll include din yung napag-usapan namin sa Bilyonaryo because we had Coach Ana, who is a tarot reader. Okay, not necessarily a psychic, but a tarot reader, and she did a casting for some of their personalities. So yun ang ano. And very interesting yung ibang forecast, particularly for those with VP Sara and President Marcos. But before we get into that, what do you think is going to happen this 2026? And do you feel hopeful for the coming year? We'll be reading your comments on that one. Ano sa tingin ninyo ang dala ng 2026? Do you think it's a good year? The year of the fire horse. So apparently, ang ibig sabihin kapag horse yung year is that it is a year of movement. So expect movement, except of course change is a constant, ano? Ano sabi nila, the only thing constant in life, death and taxes. But apparently there will be movement up and down siguro yan because we expect, and then of course lateral movements. So let's see. And it will not only be about the politicians or the leaders, but it may be for us as well. So what do you think? Happy ni Ma'am Ling, Happy New Year. So wakas, hindi ako team replay. Movement already. Like, share, follow, and subscribe mga kasutil. So yun, bago tayo magpatuloy, wag pong kakalimutan, kung hindi pa po kayo naka-follow sa aming Facebook, it's Luminous by Trixie Cruz Angeles and Ahmed Paglinawan. We post daily and it's interesting sometimes to read, if I say so myself, di ba? In addition to which, we have a TikTok, which is at Luminous TCA. We have our YouTube, which is at Luminous TCA and AGP. So yung constant, it's Luminous, hahanapin nyo lang po yan. We have a rather another page on Facebook that's the Trixie Cruz Angeles page. Wala siyang blue check. The blue checked one is my personal account. No politics on that one. So if you want to check it out also, we just usually talk about everything except politics. So let me check on any, and I understand that there are many concerns about Ombudsman Remulla. Let's see what's going on. Let's see if there's any news. We'll be updating every so often. Wala pa akong nakikita. Wala pang balita po. Wala pa akong nakikitang balita. But we will keep updating habang tumatagal. Nagpa-interview siya sa Inquirer 11 hours ago. And ang sabi, nag-golf siya. Dali lang. Those are my cats. Who's fighting? Beanie, come here. Beans. Nananamantala talaga itong dalawa. They fight only when I'm busy. So, okay. So, thank you kay Kuto Baby. Nagpadala siya sa super chat. Sabi niya, the US just bombed Venezuela and kidnapped President Maduro and his First Lady. I think we should be concerned about these kinds of news. Sige, check natin yan. The US launched a military airstrike on Venezuela. Trump says Maduro was captured and flown out. 10 minutes ago lang to. Kasama si First Lady niya. What are the implications? Para dun sa mga nakatira sa US, what do you think is going to happen? I understand many of you are pro-Trump, so how would you explain his actions? Ayoko kasing mag-interfere kasi this is a foreign government and I don't want to pass judgment on a foreign government. In the same way that we don't want foreign governments, passing judgment on us. We will decide our own course. Diba? Ito, sabi ni Ma'am Rosemary, ganda ng sinasabi niya, I'm hopeful for VP Sara. She's a Gemini and it is her year. Dahil siya ay year of the horse. Horse symbolizes movement. Baka malay mo mag-move si VP to president. We'll talk about the VP later. Exciting yung yung mga sinabi ni Coach Ana tungkol sa kanya. So, let me see. Eyeglasses. Thank you po for the reminder. Kaya lang itong glasses na to may glare na tayo dun sa ilaw. Nevertheless, thank you very much for your concern about my health. So yun, sa TikTok, wala ba po tayong what are your thoughts about the coming year? And yes, marami talagang hopeful this year for VP Sara. And for BBM, it's well, let's start first with whether or not there's going to be an impeachment. Ano sa tingin ninyo? May mag-file ba ng impeachment complaint dito kay VP Sara? Uy, yun yung isa kong glasses. What do you think? Ako, my fearless forecast is the Makabayan Bloc. I agree with Congressman Erice kasi siya rin nagsabi nito. Mag-file ng impeachment complaint regardless kasi yun talaga yung they really intend to do that. Whether they will have the numbers or not, they're going to file an impeachment complaint. It's called putting the matter on record. Parang tayo. Kaya sinasabi itong mga sinasabi ng mga trolls na pagising niyo bukas, BBM pa rin. Alam nyo, yung mga sinasabi nilang ganyan, sinasabi natin yan nung Lenny was trying to, was casting aspersions on PRD during the time of his presidency. So, sinasabi talaga natin. So, anong nagawa ninyo? Na-oust nyo ba? Hindi. Did you file an impeachment complaint man lang? Wala silang ginawa. On the other hand, para sa atin, when we, in the same way that they did, pag nagsasalita tayo against BBM, it's not necessarily to oust him as these people like to think, no? It's putting the matter on record. Ibig sabihin, history will be the ultimate judge. Kumbaga, kung hindi man natin magawa ng paraan na makakamit ng hustisya vis-a-vis VP Sara and President Duterte, former President Duterte, we can put it on record. We will make it a matter of record na hindi ka matatahimik, BBM, because even when you have stepped down, your memory will forever be attached to the dissatisfaction of the people because we felt, and very strongly, kami mismo ang saksi sa kawalan mo na respeto sa amin, sa kagustuhan namin, sa kawalan ng serbisyo, sa kakulangan ng serbisyo. Sa pagpapalaganap ng korupsyon, pagnanakaw, kaliwat kanan na pagnanakaw. Saksi tayo. And forever nakaakibat yan dyan sa pangalan niya. Now, the fearless forecast, of course, is that by February 6, may magfa-file ng impeachment complaint. For me, that's good news because we will be able to get a true test of the numbers in Congress. Okay? It's not going to be easy. Hindi ito katulad ng 2025 na kung saan talaga nung nag-file ng complaint, inariba nila o niratrat nila, there was no due process, no discussion of the evidence, no discussion of the alleged acts that violated the Constitution. Walang ganon. Puro politika lang talaga. Naked ambition. So, yun po yung natin. Yun po, so far, ang nakikita natin for 2025, they won't be able to do that this 2026. So, even if they're trying to get a 1/3 vote in Congress, kailangan magdiskusyon ng ebidensya. Now, last year, madali kasi bumoto yung mga kongresista kasi hindi sila nag-discuss. Hindi nagpresenta ng ebidensya. Alam niyo kung bakit? Kasi kung nagpresentahan ng ebidensya, makikita ng mga tao kung ganong kanipis, kung ganong kababaw yung mga charges sa kanya. Natural, they only had how many days to prepare, di ba? If any at all. Tingin ko sinulat nila yung articles of impeachment after the vote or during the time that they were voting. So that wasn't enough for a discussion or an appreciation of the evidence or the charges against the VP. So ngayon, kung sakasakali at yun pa ring confidential funds ang kanilang ipinupuntirya sa kanya, then good luck with that. Sabi ni Khalifa, I honestly wish Trump would take BBM along since he's clearly a devoted fan and user. Sabi ni Ma'am Susan, siguro the price is right kasi takot sila makaupo si VP ISD. However, kung hindi pa yan sigurado, kasi ang tingin ko dyan is, mahirap yung decision ng mga kongresista. Pwede silang tumanggap ng pera, but their career is going to take a hit because paano sila sa susunod na administrasyon, di ba? O paano if in spite of all that, manalo si VP? E di, saan sila pupulutin? Di ba? Ako, yun ang tingin ko. They're going to have money, of course, is a motivator. Ang dami nilang nakuha 2024. This year, posible pa rin through the various pork that's still inserted in the 2026 budget, they might still be able to get for 2026 and maybe some for 2025. But if they want to continue getting money, they need to have a political career. But if VP Inday, in spite, against all odds, manages to survive the impeachment, saan sila pupulutin? So that's a gamble already on their part. In 2025, hindi pa yan gamble kasi ang tingin nila, kung mag-survive si VP Inday, then they can always do something in the meantime to help her out or to gain favors. Alam mo naman yung mga politika, none of them will want to commit, di ba? Mahirap na. Sabi ni Tess Mendoza, papatol na ba tayo this early in the discussion? Puro ngaw-ngaw, kasuhan nyo kung totoo sinasabi nyo kung may ebidensya ka para makulong si PBBM. Bakit? Ano yung sinabi ko ba about being kulong? And you seem to misunderstand and you seem to misappreciate where you just walked in. You walked into a discussion where a lawyer is managing this. So alam ko, hindi mo kukulong si BBM during his presidency because he's immune from suit. One of these days, you might want to crack open your constitution and start reading before attempting to enter discussions where you can get slammed down in the first 5 seconds after your silly question. So come back pag nakaaral ka na. And good luck. So, sabi ni Miss April may nabasa ako mag-message daw sa phone si Remulla na he will be remembered tapos ayaw na maglabas ng news kasi nga pagtatawanan lang. You know what? Pagka may mga ganyan, kumakalat yung balita about his state of whether he's alive or not, it's usually because there's something precarious about his health. Now, we will have to see. Okay? Para sa akin, wag tayo mauuna. I understand the desire to speculate about it. Sino bang hindi? Kahit ako nagtataka. But wala pa pong balita. Sabi ni Ma'am April, wala naman yung impeachment na yan kasi wala namang kasalanan si VP Sara. Sabi ni Just, nagkasakit lang kunwari kasi wala pang napakulong. I really doubt that. But, Secretary OMB Remulla's state of health is a matter of speculation kasi inamin naman niya that he had a double diagnosis of both leukemia and there was something else. So, double whammy siya. Nagka-quadruple bypass yata siya. And then plus at the same time diagnosed with leukemia. So that's not an easy thing to survive, nor is it an easy thing to manage while he is being ombudsman. Sabi ni Tin Welto, if VP Sara resigns, can VP Sara resign? If lang, and then she can still run in 2028. Ito yung sasabihin ko sa inyo. Yes, she can do that, but no, she will not do that. Okay. Sure ako dyan. Number 1, it's a cop-out. Number 2, it takes away the natural protections of the Vice President. Kasi, pag nag-resign siya, vulnerable na siya to a criminal suit o di ipakulong siya. So why would she resign? Kasi right now, there's still a question. It can still be brought to the Supreme Court. Kung impeachable si VP Sara, can you file a case, a criminal case? Will she be suable, kumbaga? Diba? Pwede ba siyang isu criminally before an impeachment proceeding? So I think that people should stop asking about the proposing that she resign because she is much, much, much more vulnerable if she does. Not only that, look at the state of health of the president. Sabi ni Davao Investment, advance na yung iba kay Remulla. Sabi ni Mami, ang taray pala ni attorney, walang pasensya sa mga tangang trolls. So, ngayon yun lang nakita, minsan pinagkakatuwaan namin yung mga trolls. Kasi, di ba, if they're being paid with people's money, trabahuhin nila. You really gotta work harder for that money. Kami nagbayad sa iyo. So kung dadating kayo dito mga trolls, you come armed. Sabi ni Fritz, if she will be impeached this year, she will still run for presidency for 2028. Again, precision. What is impeachment? Impeachment is the House. Impeachment is when the House finds probable cause and sends the case to the Senate for trial. What happens in the Senate is a trial. What you're asking is if she will be dismissed, impeached, and then penalized. Okay? Mali kasi yung paggamit ng ibang mga mambabatas din natin. Hindi hindi exactly precise. So, if she can be impeached in the House but still run in 2028 because that's what they tried to do, di ba? but the Supreme Court voided that impeachment, and therefore she does not go down in history as the first vice president to be impeached and then dismissed. So walang ganon. Sabi ni Jane Doe Smith, para kang di abogado sa attorney sa manners mo when you said FU to Castro. Ay nako, Miss Jane Doe, you don't read ano. Did you see who actually wrote that? Dun sa Luminous, 3 po kaming nagbabasa dyan. And at the end of the writing, may initials. So if you're going to accuse me, I can counter-accuse you of being, of unable to read or unable to read completely or not having enough brains to be able to finish reading an actual article. Good grief. Come back when you know how to read. Sabi ni Fritz, is there a chance na ma-endorse ang impeachment article sa Senate of the Philippines since majority of the Senate are pro-BBM? Wala pang impeachment article, so how can we determine the chances? So, yung mga ganyan, kasi you're calling for speculation. And ever since talaga, ayoko nagsispekulate. Okay, one of the cats are behind me. Sino yan? Hi, Joey. That's Joey. So we will not know about the chances, Joey. Be careful there. We will not know the chances until we see the articles of impeachment. It's not going to be the same. Okay, they will not have the same. Unang-una, it's not the 19th Congress, it's the 20th Congress. It is 2026, too close to elections for many of the congressmen to take a chance at going against the strongest candidate for president. So these are the things that will be factors in the upcoming attempt, because we're pretty sure they're going to try. Parang di ka attorney sa manners mo. How dare you make an accusation when you don't know who actually wrote that article? Eh nakalagay naman doon kung sinong nagsulat. Yun ang sabihan mo. Kaloka, I'm not gonna take that. Grabe, di ba? What an the very basic presumption is that if you're going to be on social media and going to attempt to make a comment like that, the presumption is that you know how to read. Well, apparently it doesn't apply to you because you don't seem to be able to read very well. Hi kay Alejandrino Placiente. And congratulations, your wife just gave birth. A girl or boy? Sabi ni Vic, the present medical condition of OMB Remulla plus the stress of the job will fast-track the karma wish of us. Well, yeah, I understand that. Sabi ni Carolino, can Boying Remulla be held accountable for his statement where he said corruption in the judiciary is also severe? I'm not sure if the court will want to act on that. Yes, it could be a ground for a disciplinary action, but I don't think so. Kasi unang-una, the Supreme Court will not they can motu proprio discipline him, but they will not disbar him because he is an impeachable official. So if a disbarment will remove him from office, hindi gagawin yun ng Supreme Court. Okay. We will take comments ha, pero what we will not stand is pag binabastos mo na yung ibang mga commenters dyan. So, yeah, papatulan namin yung ibang trolls. No problem with that. And yes, we will probably even answer your questions. Pero the moment na nabastos ka, that's something that we will not tolerate. Same thing here ha, pero dito kasi disiplinado yung mga tao normally dito sa Facebook at saka sa YouTube because of the community standards. So, sabi ni Amsedel, maganda sana i-abolish ng Congress na pamahayan na ng mga masasamang elemento. Ang party list supposedly aims to give small people a chance to have a voice sa government pero inaabuso lang. No matter what, okay, this is something that you will probably not like. I disagree, okay? Even if we abolish Congress, we're going to have to change it with another legislative body. It is wishful thinking and somebody is encouraging that. Alam niyo kung bakit? Because it's impossible to do. It gives you something to rail about. It gives you something to be angry about. But look, hindi ninyo pinupuntirya yung mga individual congressmen when you say tanggalin na lang ang Congress. Hindi niyo ba nakikita how you are being guided into certain opinions? Sinasabi na, ay abolish na lang ang Congress. And why would they say na dapat gano'n na lang ang ang sinasabi ninyo? Because it takes away your attention from the individual congressmen, from the president, from the liabilities of these individuals. We can go after the individuals. Pero when you say abolish na lang ang Congress, it's near-nigh impossible. You have to change the Constitution. They're giving you something to aspire for that you may never get. So Tandaan niyo, when somebody is guiding you towards that opinion, they are guiding you away from something. Kasi pag humihirit kayo, ay tanggalin na lang ang Congress, edi hindi na natin pinupuntirya yung, ito si Congressman so and so, he was the one responsible for this flood control project, ang daming namatay nung binaha sila. Diba? Just think about it. Think about the kinds of, that there are people who are influencing you to express certain opinions, tapos doon kayo magpupuntirya, you are hanging on to that particular cause na tanggalin ang Congress, when the fact is you're probably never going to get it, because even if we replace Congress, you're still going to have a legislative body. Okay? Because you cannot not have a legislative body. Laws fall into disuse. Laws become inappropriate. Laws have to be changeable. Because nagbabago din ang tao, nagbabago yung circumstances, nagbabago ang values natin. There are new things that come up. But if you keep harping on something that we cannot do, you will no longer harp on the things that we can. So be careful with where you are guided in your opinions. Totoo yan. Sabi ni Ma'am April, mahahabol pa ba ng mga 12 vloggers yung pag si VP Sara na ang president? Kung mahahabol, sino ang pwedeng humabol? COA? Is it illegal? Remember we have to be very, very careful about restricting free speech. Kasi tayo, we are beneficiaries of free speech. So again, not a popular opinion. Sabi ni Amsedel, ito na naman tayo. It needs to be amended, at least remove the party list. Ikaw na ang nagsabi. The purpose of the party list system was to give a voice to the voiceless. So have you changed your mind? Dahil galit na galit kayo dun sa ibang kongresista, you are again led to believe na dapat we should remove more rights from the likes of us. Tandaan niyo, party lists were supposed to be for us, the powerless, for us, the ones who are not members of political dynasties, for us, the ones who are not members of major parties, for us na hindi mga politiko. You want to remove the possibility of gaining more voices in a place where we are almost always deprived. Tingnan niyo yung Kongreso, puro elitista yan. And that is the reason they co-opted the party list system para hindi tayo makapasok, para hindi makapasok yung mga boses natin, para hindi tayo marinig. Sinong nagtatalakay ng mga karapatan ng mga vloggers? Sinong nagbibigay pakilala sa mga vloggers sa Kongreso? Wala, galit sila sa atin. If there was a party list that could speak out, a real one, yung totoong representante ng ordinaryong mamamayan, they would not be able to run over us like that. So again, you have been led to believe into advocating lesser rights for the powerless, lesser opportunities for the powerless. Diba? So think about where that opinion has led you. The party list system also cannot be removed because it is in the Constitution. You're railing against the impossible at the moment. Without a constitutional convention or a constituent assembly, hindi mo ma-remove yung party lists. Again, pinapaasa kayo, pinapahawak sa inyo, o yung galit nyo, dyan nyo ilagay. Magalit kayo sa party list. Even when not enough discussion about it has been done. And not enough recognition of the fact that they co-opted the law. Itong mga powerful, they turned themselves even more powerful at our expense, and now tinutulungan nyo sila. Because if you remove the party lists, their dynasties will continue. Their name recall will continue. And newbies will have a difficult time getting into Congress and being heard even more without the party lists. That was a chance. They're killing that chance because of them. Don't get mad at the party lists, get mad at the congressmen. That's what they're trying to get you to do. Kasi pag natanggal yung party list, hindi mababago yan. Hindi pa rin, andyan pa rin yung mga elitista, andyan pa rin yung mga mayayaman, andyan pa rin yung mga may hold talaga sa political power dito sa Pilipinas. And the one chance that we had of getting into that system, you are helping to destroy. What we should be doing is making sure that we get heard, making sure that the law works in our favor, making sure that they do not get to co-opt it. Diba? Ewan ko sa inyo. Pero para sa akin, I will not give away the opportunity for even you to be able to be heard in the halls of Congress. Okay, balik na tayo sa fearless forecasts. Sabi niyo, okay, tapusin lang natin yung kay Ma'am May. Di ba kasi paid vloggers sila ni Marcos? So, biglang yaman kasi yung iba attorney, kasama daw sila sa budget ng mga politiko. Yes, but is that a crime? Kasi yung sinasabi mo, you want them to be held accountable. Okay, but what is the crime? Accountable for what? Ang magiging accountable niyan is if there is misuse of public funds. And sino yung may misuse? Yung congressman, no? Yung vloggers. Di ba? Remember, even the Supreme Court will restrain itself when it comes to limiting the rights to free speech. And si Michael, sukan-sukan na dun sa party list debate. Sabi ni R.D. Gale, it's not about the congressman. Kahit ipakulong mo pa lahat ng sangkot, uulit at uulit pa rin ito hanggat hindi binabago ang sistema. Ang problema ay ang private contractor system ng DPWH. Ako, I agree with this. Diyan nagiging posible ang ghost projects. I agree with that. Kickbacks, peking completion, palitan mo ang tao. At teka muna, pero wag mo sasabihin sa akin na it's not about the congressman kasi kumikita sila. They abuse the system and yes, they committed a crime. So wag mo sasabihin sa akin it's not about the congressman. Papakulong natin yung mga congressman. Because if we don't, then baliwala yung batas. Diba? Pero tama, I agree, na kailangan balitan yung sistema dito. Kailangan yung DPWH mismo yung gagawa ng mga proyekto. Ang excuse dati, and naniwala naman tayo, is that mas mabilis yung private, so kino-contract out nila. Pero dapat, yung mga kino-contract out, ay kung hindi na kaya ng DPWH, at dapat gawin natin capable yung DPWH of doing all of these infrastructure projects. So, I agree with you in part. Sabi ni Miat, tama ba yan? Puro tayo ngaw-ngaw, wala namang gawa. Akala mo ang ngaw-ngaw, walang gawa? Bakit sa tingin mo natatakot yung mga kongresista din sa atin? Because may takot din sila, kaya sila nagtatago, kaya sila nagbabayad ng mga tolls eh. Di ba? Kaya nga hindi makasagot si BBM ng ayaw niya magpa-drug test eh. You think kasi speaking is not a power. You think kasi that speaking doesn't change things. It does. Umabot nga dun sa punto. Ngayon, ang tanong ko, pumupunta ba kayo sa rally? Kasi meron. May mga rallies, may mga salita, may mga rallies. Tama yon, kulang yung salita. Yes, but don't ever say na ngaw-ngaw lang. How dare you? Pinoprotektahan yung ngaw-ngaw na yan ng saligang batas. Diba? There's an entire right devoted to it. Tapos sasabihin yung lang. But the reason people are aware of the things that are happening in Congress is precisely because may mga taong umaw-ngaw. So, para sa akin, don't you dare use a freedom of speech. Sabihin niyo kulang sa gawa. Okay, agree ako dyan. Kulang talaga sa gawa in the sense na now that we know, now that we have an awareness, what are we going to do about it? My question is this, Miat, what is it that you want to be done? Ano yung sinasabi mong wala naman nagawa? Ano yung dapat ginagawa? Okay. And tell me, what have you done? Para nang sa ganun, we can figure out ano ba yung gagawin, ano yung nasa capability nating gawin. Hindi yung nagre-reklamo ka lang na wala naman nagawa. Sabihin mo kung ano yung dapat gawin. Because I think people are too involved in rhetoric. Di ba? Parang akala mo na may nasabi ka ng matino ng ganyan, but the fact is it only reflects also the inaction. Agree, tama. Kulang sa mga nag-a-attend sa rallies. That's the way I see it. Pero you see people who are filing cases. Public interest lawyers are starting to wake up. Pero yung sasabihin nyo na ngaw-ngaw lang, that's where we will disagree. Balik na tayo sa topic, ha? Ito, sabi ni Sane Delay, hopeful ako sa 2026, something big is going to happen. The year is the 40th year of the exile of the Marcoses, and biblically, 40 years is something meaningful. 40 years nag-wander ang Israelites bago nila nahanap ang promised land. 40 years is also a generation. Diba? That's traditionally what is considered one generation, 40 years na ano. So, it's okay to have strong opinions here, ha? Pero you also have to be prepared to be on the receiving end of a strong opinion. Para dun sa ibang mga nagugulat, stay a little longer. And this is how we discuss talaga. Ito, sabi ni Ma'am April, totoo yan. Tingnan mo si Romualdez, most powerful, ngayon nagtatago na. Si Saldico, wala na rin. Totoo yan. And how did it get to that point? Because people were noisy. Sabi ni Alvin, tama ba? Alvin. Pero attorney, from what I see is parang nakagawa na tayo ng generation na immune na sa corruption. What do you mean immune sa corruption? Ng mga politiko to the point na parang wala nang pakialam. I don't think so. I don't think so. We have always been this way. Di ba pinag-usapan natin ito? Actually, matagal na tayong ganito. Na we have been very accepting. But we were lucky in the 50s and possibly early 60s. Very conservative pa. And so politicians, even if sabihin na natin yung iba nagnanakaw dyan, may delikadesa. Na pagka naakusa or napag-usapan ng ganon, they would at least, nasasaktan sila and they would do something about their image. Usually it would be to stop the such obvious corruption. Di ba nagiging malaking issue yung nagsabi nga ang isang politiko na, what are we in power for? That was a major scandal. But now, they're a lot, not immune. I think the word is callous. Di ba? Medyo parang ang tigas na ng mga muka, ang kapal na ng balat. Hindi na sila naaapektuhan. Marami sa kanila, hindi na naaapektuhan. Tapos yung mga tao rin, kibel na lang, ay wala namang kasing magbabago. But this is a reflection of the national trauma. Di ba? It's the trauma of colonization, the trauma of a world war and then neo-colonization, the trauma of a dictatorship for 20 years, the trauma, and then also the trauma of after having a good president, we're suddenly faced with Marcos redo. I don't know, no? Sabi nga natin, di ba? Cradle of noble heroes ang Pilipinas. But most of us are still traumatized. Kumbaga, it's intergenerational trauma. Most of the time, we just want to let it pass. Yung mga tipong, ay, ganyan sila. You know why? What happens to whistleblowers? What happens to the people who fight? Sometimes you get cases, including disciplinary cases with the bar. I have fought. And those cases, those are scars. So, I cannot really blame the public. But I will blame those people who will commit the crimes, who do commit the crimes. So, if there are a few who rise and take on the burden of the activism, kumbaga, kasi this is activism when we work to change things, I will recognize them. I will recognize their contributions. Sabi ni Michael, sino po ba nagpauso na may pondo mga congressman sa proyekto ng gobyerno? Di ba lawmakers lang sila? Eh di sila din. Remember what I said? That's why you have to be careful about the opinions you are led to speak. Unang-una, lawmakers in this country are extremely powerful. And that is why the idea of, let's say, a system where they are made even more powerful than they are now is an opinion you have been led to believe. Actually, you're helping them gain even more power. So yeah, that came from the congressman. Sabi ni Rex, Duterte presidency, wag ka mag-all caps next time, end all corruption. The Duterte presidency ended all corruption. How they did it, and theirs is a pattern, and that's the end of it. Parang hindi ko na-gets yun. Sabi ni Strictly, ang pag-iingay ng tao online and outside is one of the very few avenues available for us to call out wrongdoers. Tandaan nyo, balat sibuya sa mga politikong yan. They live and die by their image. Hi, Ma'am Avin! Long time no see! Sabi niya, been a long time di nakaabot ng live. May I just ask, as this has always been at the back of my mind, is there a way that Philippine government contract projects out to, say, China, in as much as hindi mapagkatiwalaan ng mga government officials when it comes to money? We need real projects to be implemented efficiently and judiciously. Is there anything in the law that will allow the government to do so? There is one, actually. But it's when the funding comes from them. So if, for instance, we loan or there is a grant from China, almost always included in the contract is that the contractors will be chosen by China. Sila yung may pera eh. So that's why in many instances, yung mga foreign funded na projects, yun yung magaganda. Hindi niyo ba napansin? So you will have to change the law. There's nothing in the Constitution that says hindi pwedeng foreign contractors. As a matter of fact, dahil ASEAN na tayo, we are open to contractors from other countries, particularly from the ASEAN. Bakit hindi umandar yun? Give me a second. Parang ang ingat. Okay, so okay. So I'm sorry, you'll have to make do with some ingay kasi yung malayo-layo na electric fan is apparently not working. Okay. Pero pwede po. It is possible, but I think we should also make provisions in the law about it. Kasi syempre aalma yung mga local contractors. Pero ako kasi I don't like to punish the contractors kung lalo-lalo na in instances like this. Well, meron sila, they have liability kasi pumayag sila eh. Pumayag sila dun sa sistema. But sa paghihingi ng lahat. Like, of course, sabi nga kung totoo yung mga sabi-sabi, yung humihingi sa DPWH, yung kongresista or senador or whoever, and then yung ahensya, lahat yan may liability. Pero, tama si Michael bakit mayroong discretionary fund ang mga kongresista? At saka senador. Kasama senador Next. Sabi ni Ma'am Awi, we've not become immune to corruption. I think we have become a generation who's morally and spiritually weak, thus creating callous politicians. The trauma has made us want to protect ourselves over the national interest. Correct. That is the trauma response. Protection kagad. So, ano yung mga protective mechanisms natin? Yung mga trauma responses natin? Ay, ayoko makialam dyan. Ay, hindi ako po, I don't like to discuss politics. Ay, ayoko dyan. Why rock the boat? Yeah. I will not go against the tide. May nagtanong ng opinion about yung proposal ni Attorney Grex about abolishing Congress. It's a pipe dream. I just ranted about it. Kasi nga, it gives you something to be angry about that's difficult to do or almost impossible to do. Ang dami nating kailangan baguhin, ayusin, that don't even need us to touch the Constitution. Unahin natin yung magagawa natin without messing with the Constitution. And then, yun, sa akin priorities, what can we do right now? Tama na, inayos na ni PRD yung sa healthcare. May universal healthcare law. Ang kailangan lang natin, bantayan yung magnanakaw. Di pa natin nagawa. Grabe yung effect nung I got the flu when I was abroad, and this is still the aftermath of that flu. Sabi ni Edgar Allan Colliantes, command responsibility dapat attorney si Marcos nag-approve sa corrupted budget. Bakit pinagmamalaki niya na siya ang nag-expose? Alam naman niya before siya nag-approve ng maraming insertion. Si Marcos dapat managot sa corruption. Siya ang unang makukulong. Siya ang nag-approve. Yes, actually, I agree that he does have liability, but not for signing. Sangkot siya talaga. So, not for signing the budget, papaho niya yan but for being directly involved in all of these schemes. Kasi tingnan mo, humingi siya ng insertion. Kaya nga, deadly yung sinabi ni Saldico, and I hope that you appreciate it. Sabi niya, nagpasingit si BBM ng 1 billion. 1 billion ba? Ay, 100 billion, sorry. 100 billion in the budget. Yan ang liability niya. Si Ma'am Avin. So, na-excite daw siya na binasa yung question niya. Thank you for the answer. I will listen to it on loop. Uy, grabe. Na-miss ka lang namin dito. Okay. Uy, ang topic natin ngayong araw na ito ay fearless forecast. Balik na tayo. So, we discussed but you know what, I understand kahit ako na nadi-distract from the topic dahil din sa mga questions ninyo are also very, very important. We have to answer this. We have to discuss this. So, next. Sa tingin ninyo, balik tayo. Sa tingin ninyo, ano ang magiging outcome? Magfa-file yan ang mga Makabayan Black. Sure tayo, sila yung unang nag-file last time And whether or not mag-prosper yun, I don't think it will personally kasi masyado na tayong malapit sa 2028. Mag-iisip na yung ibang mga congressman. And I'm pretty sure ngayon pa lang naghahanap sila ng paraan paano sila magpapakyut kay VP And the senators as well. Kaya nga sila kinakasuhan Pero ako, I hope sa February 6 sila mag-file. I hope umandar yan. Kung aandar yan, paandar rin na ngayon habang hindi pa nakukulong yung ibang mga senador. Sabi ni Strictly, maganda itong sinasabi niya, let's try to do some introspection din to know what we actually want into something tangible and realistically workable. This will help us identify which narratives and i-engage and which to shut down. Yeah, tama yan Kasi yung mga, there are a lot of causes that beg for our attention. Diba? And then, in our desire for change, minsan kinakapitan natin lahat. Pero, yung realistic, totoo yun. Tama ito. And thank you for articulating this. This is also something for all of us to think about. It's a good idea. Yung mga sinusuportahan natin na opinion, this is part of the democratic process, diba? Pero kung enough of us support, let's say, one that's doable and doable right now, think of the changes that we can make. It's just a matter of prioritizing them. Happy New Year kay K-Roy. Sabi niya, now na lang ako nakapanood ng live. Puro ako team replay. Natawa pa ako kay Diego. Bakit daw hindi mo na siya binabati? Sabi ko, replay lang yung video. Hi, Diego! I hope you're well and I hope you're doing well in school. Back to school na ba? Sabi ni Crom, I remember that brat, Micaela ata yun. Swansing? Are we talking about Congresswoman Swansing? Makamam during budget hearing, samantalang nung hinihearing ko no ang Confi funds, napakaingay. Ay, totoo. Yes, yes, yes. I remember. You're right. Sabi ni at Buisa Susana, Happy New Year. Tanong ko po kung anong kaya gagawin sa mga korap pag change ng admin. Excited na ako makita sila sa jail. I think magiging seryoso na yung mga investigasyon sa kanila. Sabi ni Ma'am April, sinungaling yung todo deny na walang 2 million, umamin na yung 5 congressman, Puno, Ridon, Leviste, Tiangco at Egay. Erice. Sabi ni Simpleng taga-Bukid, I miss nation building so much. This admin's term is a whole mega kampanya of all the way kampanya that is run by amateurs. Yun yung masakit doon run by amateurs and incompetence. And ang tendency nila is magtanggal ng magagaling. To save their skins. Monday pa ang back to school, so have fun back to school, Diego. Okay, next. Kwento ko muna. Ay, sabi ni Bucci, I pray for death penalty for corruption and heinous crimes in 2028. Ako, I want a discussion on that. Siguro dapat mag-discuss tayo. Maglaan tayo ng isang episode na na pro or against death penalty. Pero pag-usapan natin in full with data. O is it proven? Is it ganito? So, tapos, what are the alternatives? I think that's a good topic for a live. What do you guys think? Mag-live tayo on the death penalty? Sabi ni Azitron, bakit wala pang napakulong ang adik na president nila? Grabe. Alam nyo, ramdam na ramdam ko yung galit nyo. Ito yung question Bakit wala pang napapakulong ang adik na president nila? Sinong sila? Sinong nila? Kasi natatamaan ako. Yun, sabi ni Kenzo, agree. O sige. Pag hindi ko sinusulat yung mga suggestions, nagkakalimutan tayo Ayan. Okay, game. So, mag-live tayo. One special episode, no? On... Yan. Importante yan Kasi, syempre, pagka kunwari, pre-post natin yan na batas, dapat, doon pa masasalubong na natin yung opposition kung tayo ay pro or against. Ba? Alamin natin, lahat, kumpletuhin natin. Ano ang sinasabi ng kabila? Kasi ako, may times talaga na super pro ako. Kasi, grabe na yung mga crimes nowadays. Grabe. But then, di ba? So, assume natin din na pro-death penalty tayo. Ano yung mga crimes? Ayan.